The Chicago Bulls lose in double overtime, sending their losing streak to 5 games despite a solid a season debut for Coby White. We're going to talk about it all and more in today's Locked On Bulls.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily Chicago Bulls podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for tuning in, Locked On Bulls, member of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every single day. That's Pat, the designer, host, and creator of the Windy City Breeze and host of the Chicago Bears podcast over at ESPN 1000. I'm Hayes, host and creator of Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Bears Central YouTube pages and podcasts. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Pat, I don't know how we got here, bro. The Bulls have now matched their winning streak, their 5-0 winning streak to start the season, with an 0-5 losing streak over the last 5 games. They lose this game 150-147 against the Utah Jazz. They put up 70 first half points, 70 points in the first half. Coby White was cooking. Josh Giddey was cooking in this game. But once again, the Bulls down the stretch between, there was some officiating issues. Coby White made some mistakes. He came back and did that. Let me get to the lane and twist out and pass it, which turned into some turnovers, some defensive lapses from Josh Giddey and some other players as well. Pat, how do you now feel as the Bulls' losing streak extends to 5 straight games?
Who's saying this? Was it Hall and Oates? Little hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Nah, it sucks, dog. Listen, it's. Here's the one thing that I will say. There's a lot of storyline in this 5-game losing streak that I think is very different. The game that you saw last night, while it was up and down, I thought you saw a very resilient Chicago Bulls team that, at every turn tried to fight its way back into this game. The part that sucks is that you had to fight your way back into this game, but I would say the storyline probably much of the same, dog. Like, listen, you have to be better in your defensive rotations. Like 33 points in back-to-back quarters. It's unacceptable. You put yourself in too many tough positions. And to me, I think it's remarkable that you got yourself to a point where you did find your way into double overtime with some of the ways that you were playing defensively, because just looking at how this thing played out, you didn't put up much of a fight to try and stop them from scoring.
Yeah, Laurie had almost a 50 piece. You had Keontae George having himself a big game as well. But overall, like, it just comes down again to this team. And I know we were missing Trey still in this game, but it still comes down to like the mental issues. Like, I don't like to blame officiating. My general thought when it comes down to it is that you should take care of enough things to where officiating doesn't completely dictate whether you win or not. It can make it more difficult, but it shouldn't completely dictate it. And you look at the Bulls' turnovers and the points off turnovers. If you eliminate even a third of those turnovers and cut down the points off turnover, you still win this game.
Yeah.
If you're the Chicago Bulls, despite the officiating. I don't want to act like there were some mad questionable calls in this game, bro. Like, we're talking about, there was a play called at the end of the game, and I think it was in the first overtime, where Yusuf Nurkic literally is on Isaac Okoro's back. Like, his nuts are on Isaac Okoro's shoulder.
Hold on.
And then they call a foul on Isaac Okoro when it should have been over the back. It's just little stuff like that. But even then, like, it's just the execution by the Bulls to where I still can't throw them that much bell on that, because you didn't execute in other things that could have overcome that, and you end up losing this game. And that's what this Bulls team has to get back to. We'll talk about Coby's debut here in a second, but even with the firepower and the offense looking a lot more fluid and there are more open lanes and stuff like that, it's just the little things that the Bulls miss on, and that's what separates teams that can win those close games. You got to execute on those little things.
Yeah, and listen, you got a lot of basketball left in the season. We're 10 games we're 12 games into the season. You got 70 games left in the season to prove who you really are. We've seen what you look like at your best. We're now seeing what you look like at your worst. And to be honest with you, your worst isn't the worst basketball I've ever seen in my life. There's a couple of things that you got to key in on and fix. I think the defensive rotations have really gotten wonky. I don't know what that is from. I thought Modest Buzelis started playing a little bit better yesterday, and maybe he was in a role where he felt a little bit more comfortable.
Fouled out again, bro. We needed him in that overtime.
Needed him at the end there. But to me, you're seeing a young man who it feels like maybe the Bulls put the pressure on him. Maybe Bulls fans put the pressure on him. Yeah, right. I was putting the pressure on him to take that next step. Feels like he's comfortable in the spot that he's in right now, next to Giddey and next to Kobe as that third option. So hopefully we continue to see, the growth and development of him. But at a minimum, it's good to get Kobe White back, and hopefully you can find a way to start to get this back on track and figure some of this out.
Absolutely. And I mean, still young. We're at 500 now. We do take on the Denver Nuggets today, which, bro,
that's an L.
Bro.
That's an L. It's okay,
bro.
Watch this be the one they find a way to win. But
that you know what? That would feel like old school Bulls game. Like how many times we lost games against teams that were like, "Hey, we should win this game," and then we lose the easy ones. But like that would be. But this Denver Nuggets team is looking not just great; they're elite on both sides of the ball, bro. Like I just watched the execution from this team, and I'm just like, "Hey, man, the Bulls are gonna have to pray that some karma comes their way, bro." Maybe well, Vooch always does play well against Jokic, but we'll see that what it is. But over this 5-game losing streak, I think the one thing that stands out the most is that we just have lost that edge that we had defensively at one point. We got to get that edge back. We cannot, like, again, we don't have the individual one-on-one defenders. Laurie was cooking Isaac Okoro. P. Will did pretty solidly on him, but Billy Donovan didn't go to P. Will at all. Basically, after about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, and then he came back in there in double overtime. But it's just those matchup things at the Bulls. We aren't good enough defensively to slack off defensively because we don't have the one-on-one defenders. This Bulls team got to get back to that group think defensively. That's the only way we can be a solid defensive team.
Yeah, listen, you're not good enough to take anything off.
Yeah.
You're not a good enough basketball team to have Isaac Okoro be a minus 15. You're just not. And like, again, we talk about the rotations. To me, I think the turnovers is a massive conversation. As good as Josh Giddey played in his triple-double, he almost had a quadruple-double.
Yeah, because he almost had 10 turnovers.
He almost had 10 turnovers. Like it's one of those situations where, the small things that you can do to try and improve as a basketball team, the things that you can lock in on. Listen, I love the fact that we're getting the insight. Figure that out over podcasting. If you at any point in the season, if you're at risk of going on a 5-game losing streak, you shouldn't be on a podcast.
Now, granted, it was probably scheduled long before they actually did it, but I get the sentiment.
I'm just saying,
I get what you're getting at 100%. Like, I get what you're getting at. It's like you're on a 5-game losing streak. What are you happy about? Like,
you know what I mean? Like, and more than likely they recorded that in the well, no, that had to be recorded.
No,
in the
it was
Josh
recorded.
Giddey
It was recorded a week before it was released, though, so they would have still been on at least 2-game losing streak by that point in time.
Yeah, no, you can't be stopping to do pods and dropping them on losing streaks. So to me, I think the big thing that I want to
call and be like, "Hey, that podcast we recorded, don't drop that.
Don't drop that. Don't drop that. It's about to be terrible PR."
Yeah, don't drop that.
But no, to me, like you're in a position right now where you can right the train. Like I even watching, last night, there were things that the Bulls did well that you go, that's the Bulls team that we saw in the first 6 games. And then there were things that it was like, that's exactly how we got into this losing streak. So you just got to find a way to key in on those things that you've done well. You got an opportunity tonight versus Denver. I know we say that they're going to lose because of history with this. And I mean, listen, that probably would be the odds-on favorite. They lost versus Denver in Denver with Jordan. It's an altitude thing. That is the one literal home court advantage in the NBA.
Maybe
that is
the biggest home court advantage in the NBA.
Right. Nobody talks about like the elements literally are the biggest home court advantage. And the heaviest dude in the league is the one that's used to breathing up there. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
When you word it that way, that is uniquely scary, is that one of the heaviest, slowest footest dudes in the NBA lives in high altitude all season long.
Bro, like he come down to regular air and just be like, "Oh, I'm better."
Like
So,
Superman coming to Earth from Krypton. Like,
bro,
oh,
facts. So, like, to me, like, I think that it's gonna be a tough win no matter what. Like, literally, I'm looking at the Bulls have played the Nuggets 103 times. The Nuggets have won 58 of those times. 10 years with Jordan. And there's a lot of L's to the Nuggets in there in Denver. Like, it's just a different environment.
that
So
is hilarious.
I think that it's going to be a tough win tonight. But again, there's a lot of season left. You got to decide which team you want to be. And you've looked like both. And you looked like that team that happened last season early in the year. Can you find that team again?
Yeah. I mean, we looked like at the start of the season, like we were picking right up where we left off last season. And now we're facing some adversity. And listen, you're not going to go through a season without facing some major adversity. I didn't expect it. I'm not going to lie and act like I expected it to be a 5-game losing streak, like even if we did go on one. But, you know, the Bulls got to figure this out. And that's on coaching. That's on this team to really show their resolve as a team. And hopefully we can start getting this together and righting that ship. But with that said, we're going to talk about Coby White and what he brought back to the Chicago Bulls in his first game back. But first, got to get to a message from a couple of our sponsors. And the first one of those today being from Robinhood. Your ambition just met its match. With Robinhood, you play for the win, not just on game day, but every day. Locking in on every opening, beating your PR, beating it again, channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control of your money. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. You can now build and execute your own trades from desktop with Robinhood's Legends advanced tools, or take advantage of the new Robinhood strategies with a tailored portfolio managed by a team of experts. You expect more from yourself, so why not expect more from your money? Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Terms do apply. Your money, your move. We're going to go ahead and move in. We also got another message from another one of our sponsors, and that is Game Time. Basketball season is officially here, and nothing beats being in the arena for those opening games. But let's be real. Getting tickets can be a total headache. Between waiting in queues, surprise fees, and prices that jump right before checkout, it's easy to get frustrated when all you want to do is cheer on your team. That's where Game Time comes in. The app gives fans the advantage. It's your ultimate life hack for scoring amazing NBA tickets fast, easy, and stress-free. Plus, you can see exactly what the view looks like even before you bought your tickets with their in-app seat view. What you pay is also what you get. No hidden fees at all at checkout. Their zone deals are a game changer. You pick the section, Game Time picks the seats, and you save big. You can even find NBA tickets for under $25. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. That's code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. More Locked On Bulls coming up next. All right, Pat. So Coby White made his season debut yesterday. And for what it's worth, just looking box scores wise, it was a really damn good debut. 27 points. They played him over his minutes restriction of 24 minutes. Billy Donovan literally looked at that and said, yeah, how you feeling, Coby? Now, he did ask Coby how he's feeling. Coby, of course, wanted to go out there and compete. But off 14 shots, Coby White will not play tonight. 27 points, 8 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. ESPN changing their box score and where everything is has been killing me all season long, bro.
That's why I don't go there.
Yeah, exactly. 1 steal. He did have 3 turnovers. Got to the free throw line 14 times. Was 14 of 14 from the 3-point line. How you feeling about Coby White's debut?
Good to see him pick up where he left off. I thought he wasn't as efficient shooting the ball, especially from the 3-point line. But listen, there's something special about seeing logic in the modern NBA, right? Because the modern NBA's logic is my 3 ball is not falling. Coby said shooters shoot, so shooters shoot, so I'm going to keep shooting.
Yeah.
I like to see a player go, hey, but I can score points if I get to the bucket. I can score points if I attack and use my speed and get to the free throw line. I can score points if I go closer to the basket where it's easier to shoot the ball. And I think that's what we saw a ton from Coby White yesterday. That's what we've continued to see from him. I love the logic of his game. Came up big immediately, getting that game to double overtime. And, there was a lot of good to take from what you saw from Coby White throughout the night and his first game back. Now, again, I would expect him not to play tonight, probably because 24 minutes restriction turned into 30 real fast.
Yeah, thank God John Paxson isn't still the president here, because he would have been in Billy Donovan's office.
I ain't gonna lie, I might have Billy in the fight, bro.
I got over Pax. Billy taking out.
I still think Pax ain't small,
bro. I still think Vinny. I'm not saying Vinny necessarily won, but I guarantee you Vinny Del Negro got one. Remember, he did have the bruise under his eye, so he got him one. But I think he may gotten one in too, though.
Hey, I mean, 5'11", 6'2". Nah, that's kind of normal. Yeah, I mean, I think Pax probably got the weight on him. Pax probably got the reach too. But Billy seems scrappy.
That's what I'm saying.
Billy seems like the type of dude, bro. If he get inside, he gonna bite you.
See, Billy's the type. See, Vinny's the type to me that he got caught off guard by Paxson attacking him. I feel like Billy be ready.
I feel like Vinny got caught off guard and then immediately was like, "Wait a minute, we doing this? Hold on."
Exactly. Hey, hold on! I'm calling Tony right now. Tony gonna be here.
But no, man, like it was. I was very excited to see, you know, the level of play that Kobe White came in with. You could tell he was ready to go. And I'll be honest with you, seeing him out there with no fear, when dealing with the injury that Kobe's gone through, seeing everything that everybody around the league has dealt with, how it's turned into Achilles and things like that, you do wonder if that's in the back of his mind. He looked like he was playing pretty free last night, so that was great as well too.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the part of why they held him out so long, is that they didn't want to risk him coming back and that calf being tight at all, or anything still going on and it could turn to something later down the road. I think that was the benefit of it. Of course, now they want to get him back. And you could tell, I don't know if it was mixed between the elevation and the fact that he hasn't played actual NBA basketball, but after that first quarter, Kobe looked gassed. Now, he did say after the game that he felt like he got stronger as each quarter went on. But I can tell you what, I saw that first quarter, maybe it was the beginning of the second quarter, and Kobe was over there in that timeout like, yeah, we got that.
Now, that might just be Kobe, though. That could also just be Kobe. Like,
Kobe also could have been taking advantage of, a little the fact that the NBA isn't testing for marijuana anymore, when he was off a little bit, which, it is there. Josh Giddey, who also returned from injury, Pat, 26 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists. As you said, 2 steals, 2 blocks, so 6 turnovers as well.
Massive.
Josh Giddey, we've seen it. I would like to see him shoot more efficiently. There are times where he took some bad shots early in the shot clock, which we weren't doing at the beginning of the season. Do not shoot the ball before 16 seconds left. These shots with 21 seconds left, and you're taking these long threes, it drives me crazy. I know that's just the old man in me. Like, those small things drive me more and more crazy the older I get.
That's smart basketball, though. Like, again, right? Like, things you're not seeing Kobe White do. And I think Giddey talked about it on that podcast. I ain't gonna lie, my ears perked up when I heard it. It scared me a little bit. He was like, when you get the opportunity to take the shots that you were taking in AAU, I was like, oh no. I was like, hey, dog. I don't want to hear that. Hold on, dog. Like,
that's crazy.
Because that's what he's been his entire life, right? He's gotten the opportunity to be the main guy on all of the Australia teams. It was him and Patty Mills for the most part, right? Like, he's gotten the opportunity to be the focal point.
We're not going to have Jock Landell erasure here either. Like, don't forget
Jock little Jock Landell, if you will. Where's a Lachlan Albrecht in you? But like, when I heard him say that, I was just like, ooh. And then you see some of the shots that he took last night, and it was like, yeah, he getting them AAU shots up. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. He definitely taking them. I'm the first scorer on this team shots. But I will say this: the play that you're getting from Josh, the 13 assists, the scoring that you're getting, the steals, how he's playing on defense, you are getting more with him than without him. And I'll be honest with you, seeing him and Kobe back together on the court look good together pretty immediately was a good feeling.
It looked really good on the court together. And it was something, if I'm not mistaken, one of the best lineups that we had yesterday was with Kobe, Ayo, and Josh Giddey all on the court together. It's like, that feels about right.
It's great.
Yeah.
Like, those are the things that are great. And you can slowly find ways to kind of, work Vooch to that bench.
Bro. What percentage of Nikola Vucevic's shots do you think are assisted this season?
Are assisted?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. They count assists a long way now. I say 80%.
88.9%
Yeah.
of Nikola Vucevic shots are being assisted. Before last season was the highest of his career, 81. The highest before that, before he joined the Bulls, was 70. Like, we're seeing Vuce, like, his numbers are staying the same, but we're seeing him need a lot more assistance to get there. But that's a story.
Is that just but see, this is Vucevic's second good point guard ever. Is that just because he's got a good point guard? Because the numbers went up when he had Lonzo too. Like,
but it didn't. It went up 2% from his career averages. Like, you're seeing now him go up almost 14% from his career averages. I get that. Yeah, you're gonna have with Josh Giddey, you're gonna have a lot more. But the fact is, like, when it's also the inefficiency. I think you have to combine the inefficiency when he has to create his own shot, where he's always been efficient at creating his own shot. Now, when he has to create his own shot, it's in the toilet.
Yeah, like that. Not to say is wrong, but I do think, right, like, he's been the number 3 option for how long he been here? 8 years,
6 now. Is this
6 years? Whatever it is, he's been the number 3 option most of that.
Yeah,
he's had one other point guard his entire career. And he had him for 35 games. But
before we get out of this, the Bulls offensive rating 143 with Kobe and Josh Giddey on the court. Net rating of plus 26. Some positive stuff there.
Hey, some positive stuff to take away from it. I know it looks bad right now, Bulls fans, but I actually think it's going to get right. Or we could all hate ourselves halfway through the season. We'll see what life is going to take.
It's going to get ugly tonight. Either way, we're here for the ride. You get to talk about it and hang out with us to talk about these crazy Bulls. So there you go.
Hey, any way you want it, you can get it. Before we get into this final topic here, we got to talk about when will the Chicago Bulls find a way to get their next win. But first, we got to tell you guys all about FanDuel. The NBA is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, watch yourself now. FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into same game parlays for a shot at even bigger payouts. It keeps everything exciting, especially when your team is making a late game push. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 back in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. So head to FanDuel.com to sign up and use the promo code. Nope, wrong one. So head to FanDuel to sign up now. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. More Locked On Bulls coming up next. No promo code no more? We make no money off this? We
do. It's just straight up advertising at this point. But Pat, looking at the Bulls' upcoming schedule, Denver, Portland, Miami, Washington, New Orleans, Charlotte after that, and then Indiana. That ends us ends us in November. Where do the Bulls get their next win?
The Bulls will go to 7-8 versus the Miami Heat on Friday. I think that having Kobe back, the difference in that team, like Miami has kind of become like an offensive led team, and their defense is kind of like, I know their numbers aren't as bad as they say, but when you watch some of those games, that Miami defense is horrible. Like it's almost confusingly horrible. So to me, I think that's where the Bulls are going to find their next win. Unfortunately, that will put you at 7-8 on the season, but you will have a win in the group stage. So still a chance to go get that NBA Cup, baby.
Not the NBA Cup. I mean, the Bulls still are in the hunt of the NBA Cup for sure. But this is what I'll say. And I don't want to count this Bulls team out because, like you said, it would be one of the most Bulls things to do is to beat Denver after losing to Utah and the Detroit Pistons B team. Like, it would literally be the Bulls thing to do. They come out here and they beat Denver by like 12, and then we're just like, what is this team? Portland's going to be a tough matchup. Too late. Oh, bro, why we got late games this week? 9 and 10 p.m. start times.
Yep.
Anyway, thank God the Bears are number one.
Right down, baby.
But there are a lot of winnable games. Portland, Miami, Washington are all very winnable games. I'm not saying they're easy games, but there's all very winnable games. And honestly, that Portland, Miami, Washington, New Orleans, Charlotte, Indiana, that's a stretch of all really winnable games to end the month.
Dog, you have a good stretch coming up here, and this is what I think is interesting about this. If you can find a way to get the Denver game tonight and win one of two of either the Portland or Miami game, you then have the Wizards, you got the Pelicans, you got the Hornets, you got the Pacers, you got the Magic, who you already beat, you got the Nets, who are, wow. I ain't gonna lie to you. They look like the Brooklyn Nets of the not early 2000s, mid 2000s, when like it just fell off and you were getting like the Kevin Garnett outstanding memes and all of that. Like,
yeah,
they look so bad. They look horrible.
Bro, this team, that Brooklyn Nets team legitimately. And here's the thing. I actually think they have a pretty solid coach, bro. I think that they have a solid coach. I'm not saying he's great, but he's going to get fired. And it's really going to be because of this GM drafting 5 rookies, most of them being guards, and basically saying, go out there and figure it out.
I ain't going to lie to you. I don't know how the heck they beat the Nets. That actually surprised me. And they not even using Danny. Trade me Danny Wolf.
Bro, send us Danny Wolf right now. Danny Wolf hostage. We want him. Send us Danny Wolf right now, and let's get this done. Because they clearly want to have a starting lineup of all guards. Have that. Just give us Danny Wolf. We'll get WP Will, a slightly used Patrick Williams.
I don't even know. Bro, Danny Wolf has logged 6 minutes in the last 10 games, bro.
It doesn't make any sense, bro. It makes no sense.
He's logged 6 minutes in the 2 total games he's played in. Bro, send me Danny Wolf, bro.
Bro, like just come up off Danny Wolf, bro. Just go ahead and give us Danny Wolf.
Bastards. Gonna take all the draft pick. We're gonna use every draft pick. We're geniuses. Shut your dumb ass. That's why y'all suck. That's exactly why.
Between that and then playing Igor Dimin as a 2/3 and trying to make him a 3-point shooter, when literally everybody who watched him in the draft will tell you his 3-point shot is not his. It's so much stupid stuff going over there, and like it's the most egregious version of tanking that's humanly possible.
Yeah, it's stupid. They are stupid, and they will continue to be stupid. But outside of that, like the Bulls have a very the reason I brought these morons up is because the Bulls have a very favorable schedule moving forward.
Basically,
here.
after this Denver game,
and so like and you've shown that you can compete with the best. You stack your wins against teams that you should be able to beat. We can be in a very favorable situation on this next 7 or 8 games here, but you got to be able to get yourself back on track here. And I mean, it really doesn't get ugly until December 7th versus the Warriors.
Yeah.
And then we have another that's getting ugly. I mean, Draymond look old. This is
bro. But you know what, Dre, you know what it is, bro. Dre's gonna get that sensu bean around February. And he's going to come back out of the All-Star break, and we're going to see the Warriors go on one of those 20-5 stretches to end the season, and things are going to change.
Hey, bro, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I think this might be the one.
No, listen, and if it is, I'm not going to be surprised by it at all. I'm just telling you that it wouldn't surprise me if it happens the way where they look much better to end the season than what they do right now. But hey, we shall
see. Maybe we'll see, man. Hey, bro, how old are you?
38, bro.
Draymond looks so much worse than you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I look good for my age because I'm non-toxic. I let all the hate out, so therefore it doesn't stay in. It keeps me young. That's what it is.
Draymond is 35 years old.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. By the way, Pat, I know this should be off air. I know we talked about you coming in town. My birthday's exactly a week after Good Friday. I need you to be in town for that.
Might work.
Okay, there you go.
That might work.
Anyway, anything left out before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. The show love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls. You can follow me on everything at Pat the Designer.
Guys can follow me at CEO Hayes. Locked On Bulls is free and available on every podcasting app and platform of your choosing, as well as YouTube, the Odyssey app, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Fubo TV, basically anywhere you want us, you can get it. Except apparently for pre-show banter. But we'll catch you guys on the next one, y'all.
No pre-show banter? No pre-show banter?
Only during the show, Pat. Only during the show.
Tell me to cut pre-show banter out. All right, man. I got something for you.